10 years ago, I launched my creative art business straight out of my living room studio, which led to collaborations with Pepsi, Uber, Facebook, MasterCard, and many more. Throughout this journey, I learned three important secrets that if you are able to master them and put them together, you will have a successful art career and your business will flourish. So in this video, that's what I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to break it down. So buckle up and let's go. Let's start from the top. The secret number one is channel. If you understand what your channel is, the channel that help your business grow or the channel that keep your business in business, then what you're going to do, you're going to have to double down on that channel. So for instance, me personally, throughout this journey, what I learned was that my important and my favorite or my number one channel doing art business or selling my art is in-person fairs. So I tend to show up in person, sell my art, whether it's the art fair, street fair, expos, like you name them, flea market, farmers market, you just name them. It can be a festival, and I would just show up and post up, and in person, I get that exchange, I get that energy. And this energy leads to people saying that, oh, I like this guy. They tend to like me most of the time more than they actually probably love the art, because there's so many artists everywhere. There's so many art everywhere. But it's all about you, the person, the energy that you project and you receive. If people meet you and they get that exchange of energy and it's complimentary, you have a customer, you have a collector, you have a business. So finding what channel work for you, it is the most important part of your art business. Now, your channel might be social media, just say Instagram. Every time you post, you get that engagement. People love it, and people asking you, where can I get this, where can I get that? And you turn to make business that way. If it continues consistently nonstop, then that is your secret channel. That is that button, that secret button that keep your business in business. Like I said, me personally, after doing the social media and doing all this stuff, listening to all this advice, my secret button, my secret channel became in person. Every time I show up in person, I get that engagement, I get that business, I get that email address, I get that Instagram follow. So based on experience, I just know that this is the channel that's going to keep my business in business. And also, the reason I enjoy and love me this in-person channel is that, for example, if you can meet someone in person and look the person in the eye and have a conversation with them and talk about your products or your business or your career, whatever it is that you are doing, you tend to convert much higher than trying to convert that, convince that person through email or on social media or any other media. In person works better. In person works different. So after learning all these, I know that meeting people in person is magical, super magical. So if you pay attention, there's a lot of, say, the personal brand celebs out there that's pushing their product or coaching people, teaching people, selling product. Nowadays, what they do is they will send out an email, they will send out a content and invite people to show up in person in a specific location. Because if they're able to get you in that location in person, it's sort of like a meetup. If they're able to get you in there and they're standing in front of you, telling you or selling you or trying to close you, they'll be able to do it much better. It works effectively than trying to do it online. So nowadays, if you pay attention, everybody's doing it in person. Like they will invite a group of people and bring them in a single room, and then they will do a slides or exhibitions and highlight what it is that they have to offer. And then by the time they finish with the offer, because it's in person, people ask questions directly, they get direct answers And this makes it easier for people to make decisions right there instantly, and it makes them buy. So everybody, even with people with a large audience, they're bringing people in person in a single room and try to sell them because it works so much better. And I didn't know this. For me, it just happened by try and error. And I just learned that, whoa, this works really, really good. You know what? This is my favorite. I just love being out there, talking to people, and making money at the same time. Because in person, people just make a decision right away. They make instant decision, impulsive decision, and they make a purchase. And also, you get to network with them, connect with them for lifetime businesses. So for me personally, when it comes to channel, in person for me is my favorite. It's my number one. It's my bread and butter. It's my daily bread. It's my cash and carry. What is your favorite channel? What is the channel? And it's not even about favorite channel. It's about the channel that keep your business in business. The channel that keep revenue coming into your business. A channel that keeps income coming into your business. So what channel works for you? If you don't have it yet, now this is your wake-up call to start looking into channels. Like, stop paying attention. You have your website, you have your social media. Have you done in person yet? A lot of artists are kind of shy and maybe lazy to do the in-person thing. All right, now you got to add it onto your list and start to take actions towards that. And then you figured it out: in person, social, your website, and maybe many other things that you can do, and see which one actually tend to convert more, which one actually tend to get you that engagement, get more people to say, you know what, I want this, or I want that, or have some kind of income or revenue coming in. And that becomes your secret button when it comes to channel. Because like I said, for me, it is in person. Some people, it is a Zoom call. Some people will do a Zoom and they will have people, right? They will have hundreds of people in the Zoom behind the screen, and they will talk to them. They're here, and the audience are over there, and they talk to them directly, looking at them in the eye. That also tends to work some way, somehow. But in person works so much better. So if you pay attention, everybody's trying to bring people together and offer them something, and sell them something, and preach them, and talk to them, try to get them to convert, to bring in some kind of a revenue or income. Some people doing a Zoom, they're doing a meet up in a single room. I showed up in the streets, and one person at a time, sometimes 2 or 3 people at a time. When they're walking by, they stop, we talk. By the time we finish having the conversation, they are bought into what I am doing. They are bought into my art. But by way of me, my personality, me as a person, like, they want a piece of me. They want a piece of what I'm selling. They see some kind of a soul, some kind of an energy within this person, within this artist, within his art, and I want a piece of that. So in person is my favorite channel. You have to check yourself and find out what channel seems to work for you, what channel seems to be working for you, and then you double down on that channel. So secret number 1 is channel. You got to get your channel. You got to find out what channel work for you, what channel convert for you more. That's secret number 1. Secret number 2 is exposure. You got to find out where is your exposure? What does your exposure come from? Where do you get attention from? And when you find out where you get your attention from, you're going to also have to double down on that. Like I said, me personally, my favorite channel is in person. I go in person to talk to people, to sell, and to get engagement. On top of that, while I'm in person, I'm getting so much exposure by just being in person. Sometimes just being in person, someone will show up at my spot. We'll have a short conversation, and then they just enjoy this short conversation. They will make a phone call to someone like, yo, guess what? I'm in New York City, and I met this guy. He's an artist. He's out in the street. Look, they do a video call, and we'll have like a short engagement. Like, yo, he's amazing. Look at what he's doing. Look what he's working on. They might not buy anything, but just that alone, it just gives you that kind of attention. Like, yo, does he have an IG? Yeah, I'm gonna get his IG, and I'm gonna shoot it over to you. Stuff like that. That's the exposure, and that exposure will lead to that attention, and then the attention will lead to network and connections. So, and that exposure will lead to a lot of awareness. It just creates awareness for you. So does your channel also brings you exposure? That's what we're looking at. You have to find your channel. Does your channel also help you get more exposure? My channel is being outside. I do have a website, I have social media, I have all of that. But when I'm talking about my secret favorite buying channel outside. Number two, being outside also gives me that exposure. And then that exposure brings about more attention, more awareness. It gets me networking. It gets me connectivity. Now, so that now we are broadened. We start from here, now we are broadened. Channel, when exposure starts to come, now it starts to grow. So you got more people coming in. You post up in your channel, more people get to see you. You get that exposure. That exposure turns into more attention, more connections, more network, more awareness. Now, these people know about you. The only thing left here is the last secret, is the number three. So we got number one is the channel. The channel is where you post up. Where you post up and you get people to kind of pass by and to see you with your stuff, with your work, with your art. Number two is that does your channel lead to, is your channel got to be a vehicle. So your channel has to be a vehicle to an exposure, if that makes sense. Channel must become a vehicle that leads to an exposure. An exposure will lead to attention, awareness, network, connectivity, all of that. Once you have that, now with exposure like this, with all the networking and connectivity and awareness, it starts to swell up, it becomes big. Now you have all this energy around your exposure. Now the only thing you have to do now, the only thing left after you put channel and exposure together is now you have to find a way to convert. Now you have to turn this energy, this people, this network, this awareness, this exposure, this connection, this network, all of that into a conversion. Now you have to, it's channel plus exposure. That will give you a conversion. And that conversion should become a revenue, currency, money. So that's how it works. Channel plus exposure equal conversion. Conversion means revenue, income, cash and carry, bread and butter, daily bread. That's what it becomes. So when people find you in your channel and you get that exposure from them, the only thing they want to do next is that they like what you're doing. They want to buy a piece of you. They want a piece of you. Usually, people are not just walking around looking to buy products. They're looking to support someone that they connect with, someone that they find some kind of affiliation, that relation, that soul. If they can feel your soul, they have no problem giving you money or supporting your business or purchasing from you. So it's not that they're looking for a product. They're not looking to buy a product. They want a piece of you. They want a piece of what you make, piece of what you create, piece of your art. That is the most important thing that people actually buy. Once that connection is made, they have no problem whatsoever spending money with you. So you have to take advantage of the channel, turning your channel into an exposure, and turning that exposure and the channel, put them together and let that convert. And that conversion has to become something that people they're not just buying a product, they're buying into you. They like who you are, they like your energy, they like your art, they like your personality, they like the way that they talk to you, all of that. And then they turn to purchase from you. Now that purchase might not happen right there on the spot, because when you post about the channel leads you to exposure. Exposure will lead you to network, connections, awareness, and all of that. And all of that means that you're getting follow, you're getting some email addresses, you're getting all that connection. People know, oh, are you located here? You here all the time? Oh yeah, I'm here on the weekends. All right, if I'm looking for you, I'm gonna post up next week, or I'm gonna post up whenever I'm free on the weekend. I'm gonna come check you out. Otherwise, there's an email line going back and forth on a weekly basis. Other than that, there's a social media also that's posting going on that to keep that retention going. Then over time, they say, you know what, it's time. I got to support my man. I got to put some money in his pocket. I like what he's doing. I like his consistency. I like his energy. I like that he stand here and talk to us and tell us what he's working on, what is that he's doing. That's what I'm buying, because there's a bunch of art everywhere. If you Google art, abstract art, realism, whatever it is that you want to, watercolor, you can just Google it. It's out there for cheap. Google, Amazon, Target, eBay, you name it, they're out there for cheap, for as cheap as $5. People are not looking to buy product just because the price. They're looking to buy into that art, into that artist that they can have a conversation to someone about, to their family, loved ones, and friends about, like, yo, I met this artist. I just bought a piece from this artist. This guy is amazing. He started from here and he's doing this and he does this, he does that. That's what they buy. They buy a piece of an artist that they can have a conversation about. So it's about conversation. It's about buying something that can generate conversation. So that's what you should be aware of. This is what I wanted to share with you. These 3 top secrets of knowing what your channel is, and knowing that your channel has the power to generate exposure. Exposure will lead to awareness, networking, connectivity, and attention, and many more. And when you put the channel and exposure together, what you get is you get conversion. Conversion is going to have to be an income, a revenue that's going to keep your business in business. And you have to give some kind of energy, project some kind of energy that people like to buy into. The energy is what they want to buy, not your product, not your art, not anything else. If they love your energy, they love who you are, your personality, they buy into you, they support you. So I hope that works, that makes sense. Try to play this game and try to follow it. If you don't know what your channel is, try to find out. Ask yourself, what is it? What's working for you? And try to pick that channel and use that channel to create more exposure, and then into a conversion. So we're gonna stop right here. If you're not subscribed on my channel, please give me a subscribe. If you're not subscribed, I want you to subscribe, and I want you to like and share and comment, ask whatever questions that you want to ask relating to what is it that we're doing, relating to making art and selling art. What do you want to, we're talking about selling it online, in person, however, social media. Ask the question. If I have that experience, I will share my answers with you. I'm going to stop right here. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you on the next one. Click the link below. Go check out my website and support me if you want to support me in any way, shape, or form. Thank you. Salute. Peace. One.